Hey everyone, it's Raven. Welcome back to the Nest. What I have for you all today is my check-in for Paycheck Budget 1 for the month of August 2020. So if you're interested in seeing kind of how things have been going this paycheck budget for me, stay tuned. Okay. So let's go ahead and flip to paycheck budget number 1. And first, let's just do a little mental check-in. How are y'all doing? I don't know. August is kind of, I don't want to say it got off to a rocky start for me, but I don't know. Maybe it's just today. I don't know, I just feel a little off today. Maybe because my nails aren't done, and please don't look at the ratchetness of my nails. I just have not had the energy to do them. But I may end up doing them maybe tomorrow because I do got plans for the weekend. So let's go ahead and check in with what we got going on. So for paycheck number 1, I budgeted at $2,332.71, and it was that exactly. And if you haven't been following my videos and subscribed to my channel, you may not know, but I'm salaried, so my paycheck is usually always the same every other week. There are some months where the beginning of the month the paycheck is more than the end of the month. It's probably because I'm salaried, and then I'm also paid bi-weekly, so I guess that's kind of how that works out. For online income, I'm budgeting this paycheck at $150. I will put in the actual when we get closer to the end of the paycheck. So let's move down to bills and expenses. I will fill in cash envelope actual when we get to, like I said, close to the end of the actual paycheck, because I use my cash envelopes throughout the 2 weeks, so I wouldn't really know the actual until I'm getting ready to roll into paycheck number 2. So we'll fill it in later. Stash invest, the actual for that was $35. That is how much went into that. MLG&W was $130 as budgeted, but when I did this paycheck, I knew how much the bill was, which is why the budgeted is the same as the actual, so I knew what it was going to be. Trupanion, which is my dog's pet insurance, that is $45.68, and that has come out. Comcast was actually, I budgeted at $68.25. I actually called Comcast probably maybe mid-July, maybe closer to the end of July, to talk to them about possibly lowering my bill, maybe some type of promotion or package that was available. And they actually told me that it wasn't going to go into, like the new price wasn't going to go into effect until September. But when I saw because it comes out auto pay, so when I saw it came out, it was not the $98.25 that it normally is. It was the new low quoted, the price that he quoted me, the lower price. So that was a pleasant surprise. So I will need to know the difference for that. $98.25, and what actually came out was $67.85. So I saved $30.40. Came out with $68.85. Is that what I said? Yeah, $68.85. Okay. And then what I saved was, and I actually may want to do that in green, because that way I can distinguish. I'll pull out the red. I don't think I have anything that's red. I don't know, but I'll pull it out anyway. So, and I've actually haven't written with this one yet, so I may need to warm it up a little bit. Yeah. All right. So $30.40 is what we save, because like I said, I budgeted for more than what I actually end up paying, which is always a nice surprise. Progressive, I went ahead and paid that, and it was as budgeted at $212. And my T-Mobile has not yet been paid, but I did get a text message earlier today that my bill is the 180. So it'll come out. It's also on auto pay, so it'll come out probably like tomorrow or the day after, something like that. So I'll add that in later when that actually happens. So down to debt payments. Legal fees, those were is budgeted at $200. I'll go back up here and do this because that's gonna kill me. Because I did it up here, got to do it down here. Okay. All right. Regional 1 was 25. Consolidated medical, a payment was not due to them, so I didn't pay it. So that was plus $25. All right. Premier, first Premier was actually $48 instead of $49. So it's gonna be plus $1. And then Avant was 26 as budgeted. And then Best Buy was 29 as budgeted. So we can go ahead and finalize out debt payments. The actual is going to be 200 plus 25 plus 48 plus 26 plus 29. Okay, my actual $328, and that means that I was in the plus. My handwriting is atrocious. Which, I mean, if I slow down and take my time, my handwriting is really, I mean, I think my handwriting is excellent when I slow down and take my time, but when I'm not really in the mood for slowing down and taking my time, my handwriting is atrocious. So debt payments, that is done for this paycheck. All I would need to do for bills and expenses is go back in and fill in my actuals for cash envelopes, and then my actual for my T-Mobile bill. Oh, as well as up here under income, for my online income, I'll need to add in the actual for that. Alrighty, sinking funds, all of this was as planned. $100 went to the house fund, $40 went to travel, 10 went to car. I didn't put anything in holiday spending, and I'm not going to this payday. Car registration, I did the 20. So my actual is my budgeted, which is 170. Okay. And then as far as my debt snowball, I have not yet made a payment towards this yet. If you all saw my debt snowball update video from earlier this week, you will know that this card is actually at $62, the balance. So my actual, when I do make that $62 pay, it's going to be much less than my budgeted, because when I first set up my August monthly budget, and I think as well as this paycheck budget, my balance was a lot higher, but then I made some extra payments during last pay period, which brought the balance way down to $62. So I'm going to make that payment probably the end. I'll probably go ahead and just make it the end of this week or whatever, so that's over and done with. I'm not putting anything towards my car. I guess I should put Capital One Auto so we know. I mean, I don't have another Capital One card, so the only thing that's through Capital One is my car. But I'll just put auto there so we know. I'm not putting anything towards my card. That'll be next paycheck. So we will leave that until I actually make that payment. So that is how we're looking, and I think we're looking pretty good. I have not done any frivolous spending since I got paid. If you all saw my August kind of to-dos and goals and all of that video, I'll link it up above. But one of my financial goals for this month was no frivolous spending. So far, so good. We are now on today's the 12th or the 13th, 1 to 2, and I have done no frivolous spending, And so far I am in budget for food and groceries, and I'm pretty much on my way to eliminating this, and then I'll start to attack my next Credit One card. As far as birthdays, I had 2 birthdays that came and went. I guess I can go ahead and cross those off. I had Jessica's birthday and then Jaden's birthday, which I just took that out of a little like a mini saving account that I have that really just has no purpose. I need to give it a purpose, because if not, I'm just gonna spend it. But I just took that out of just that savings that I just kind of had sitting over there, not that wasn't really doing anything other than accruing interest. So I took that out of there to get some gifts for them. And then I have another birthday coming up, which is my brother's birthday. I got to get him something. And as far as things I needed to consider in here, I started my sinking fund for my car registration fees during this pay period. I submitted my tuition reimbursement for school, so that is done. Don't have to worry about that. I have switched my payments for my car to bi-weekly, but it has not happened yet. It won't happen until the paycheck at the end of this month. So we won't, but I've set it up, but it just hasn't happened. Home improvements, I have not made plans for any of that. I may try to see what I'm doing. I may look into that this weekend, like painting, and I gotta get a fence fixed. It's a whole thing, but I have not done any of that. As far as setting it up, like, you know, calling people, getting estimates, I've done none of that. I intended to do it last week. It didn't happen, but I'll probably try to do it this upcoming week. And I skipped over possible road trip in September because we still have not nailed down if we're doing this or not. And I guess we need to kind of make that decision on if we're doing that or not. So yeah, that is kind of where we are finance wise as far as paycheck number 1 for August 2020. If you all enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button so you can join the flock and not miss any more of my videos. Thanks guys, peace.